hell's happening here? Man, God! What the hell's happening? Oh my God!
You ever talk into a fan and make a funny voice when you were a kid? Maybe you remember that scene from Tommy Boy. I was friends with Chris Farley. We cut our hands and became blood brothers. I've turned down the last several Chris Farley documentaries. My agent, Steve Mandel, says this is a huge mistake because you are the definitive voice. You were very close to Chris. Yeah. In fact, the last night of his life, he was calling me nonstop. I'm going to tell you why I don't do anything when it comes to Chris Farley when asked. I like Chris. He was a friend. We were blood brothers. The last time I saw him, he tied a bracelet around my wrist, and he goes, and I have a matching one. Why am I telling you this? It'll come up in a second. We went to see Chris Rock live at the Chicago Theater. And Timmy Meadows and others were there. And you could tell they were weary of him. They'll deny this story. They have to, because Chris Farley has been repainted like some sort of saint now that he's dead. We do that with our dead, mostly. Although it seems like every historic forefather, he's gay. They're gay. As soon as you're dead, you're gay. Okay. The Farley that people talk about is not the Farley that I knew. So the guy had a major coke problem. Tom Arnold said, he lies, he lies. That's what addicts do, he lies. And this guy at the Hancock building where I worked had Scarface-sized piles of cocaine. And I didn't like it. And he would grab, man, cow, man, grab man, cow, and I would hear the same story over and over and over. If you've been around cokeheads, it's not fun. God, Chris Farley must have been fun. No, he really wasn't. He was to a point, and then I couldn't wait to get away from him. So we would hang out, and I would have to go away because I got up at 2:30 in the morning to do my radio show, and Chris would be there, lived in the same building, and he would come in and do radio with me. We did over 100 hours of radio together. So we went to the Chris Rock show, and they were like, oh, is he going to be messed up or not? Oh, hi, Chris. Hi. And he was. He was always complaining that he wanted love. One time in his limo, he invited in some crack whores, and they went about their business. He gave them $5-10. And I said, Chris, what are you doing? Right, get out of there. And he kicked him out of the car and gave him money and apologized. Prostitutes knew Chris. In fact, the last night on earth, he was sadly with a prostitute. As I left work one day, I saw them take out a massive human being. I think I'm in some of the news footage. This white sheet, dead body. And it was Chris. Chris knew about Belushi. He knew what cocaine would do to somebody of his size. So why won't I talk about him anymore? Why won't I do any more documentaries? I'm going to tell you. Hang on. That night at Chris Rock, we were talking to some beautiful women. And it was going great. And he could suck his gut in and his pants would drop. So there we were down by the restrooms, the stairs in the Chicago Theater that go down, I believe red carpet. And his pants dropped and he fell down and picked him up and the girls went, okay, and they left. We went into the men's room and they had the greatest urinals. I love those chest to floor urinals. And Farley, it was me and Chris and a bathroom filled with black guys. And Chris was pushing them back from the urinal. Black guys from the urinal in this magnificent old bathroom. And I was, oh my God, we are dead. We are dead. Man, Cal, look, it's true. They're huge. Look at this guy. Look, it's huge. And not only did we not get killed, they were laughing their asses off. It was really a great moment. And we left the show, and we went to several bars. I wish I could remember the names of them. Anyway, oh, they love me. Wait. And as we walked in, get out of here. You know, the bartender, get out of here. Ooh, he wasn't welcome anywhere. He would get up and his behavior was horrible. So here I am talking about Chris. Why? And I think Chris would agree with me. Chris Farley had everything. He had the world. I remember an Oliver Stone serious script, a movie that he had, Fatty Arbuckle, the legendary silent film star, Fatty Arbuckle. What would that have done for him? My God, he would have been magnificent. Next time you look at Shrek, it was him. Did you know that? Did you know that Shrek was Chris Farley? Did you know that the animators on Shrek were put there because they thought it was going to be horrible? It was punishment. Working on Shrek was punishment, but they had Chris Farley. And it would have been a totally different character than Mike Myers doing the Scottish voice again as a whatever. Farley was supposed to be the cable guy, and Jim Carrey stepped in and got it. Imagine how sweet it would have been. Imagine how great that movie would have been with him and Matthew Broderick instead of Jim Carrey playing it so sinister. What Farley might have been. He had everything. He would coked up and sing the Burl Ives song over and over. Little bitty tear let me down, spoiled my career as a clown. Chris Farley's not to be admired. He's not to be respected. I miss him. But his father and my father, who we talked about a lot, they worked hard, they died, and except for the family, nobody cared. My dad was a $30,000 a year cabinet guy, cabinet salesman, builder, and they put him in the ground and he was forgotten. This guy had everything given to him and killed himself. Can't respect that. And Chris, I think he'd agree with me.